So I wanted to bring up the fact that you talked about individuals and everything, and I wanted to bring up a few examples, like, for example, like COVID and, like, say, like the 2008 financial collapse and even like the 1994 crime bill and things like that. Those have definitely effects on big groups, and especially like the black community and everything. Like after the 2008 financial collapse, not many people got, like, I wouldn't say accused, but convicted, for example. Not many people on Wall Street, the individuals who did profit a lot from those things. But millions of people were kicked out of their homes and everything. And you talk about like things like these being, or America being, based on individuals and individuals wanting to achieve different things. But in reality, a lot of like people are affected by their societal factors, their environment and everything. So I want to get your answer on that and like how these negative effects, affect the majority of people. But the positives, the money gains, the Wall Street things, not many of the working class people in Tallahassee, for example, feel that. Not many people in Tallahassee felt the after COVID or during COVID, the stock market jumps. The average employer just saw a bunch of just empty, employment, options and low wages and everything still, and the same old. So,
well, so I think that the fundamental idea with regard to, it's almost two separate questions, and so I'm going to take them one at a time. The reason I'm separating the questions is because when it comes to corporate bailouts, for example, I'm sure you and I agree. I don't think that any of those corporations should have been bailed out. I think that if you engage in the moral hazard of wrecking your own company, I don't see why I'm supposed to pay for that or you're supposed to pay for that. In a free market system, you're supposed to bear the consequences of the risks that you take. I think that's true across the board. And I think that whether you're a big rich guy on Wall Street and you lose your entire company, or whether you're a guy who took out a loan that you couldn't afford on your house, if you take out too much, that is, as I am constantly saying, a you problem. If you take a risk and then you bear the consequence of that risk, that's no one's fault but your own. And anybody who comes in to bail you out from that, particularly if you're talking about with like billions of dollars in order to prop up a particular lifestyle, that's a huge mistake and it's a huge problem. And I totally agree with that.
And for example, with that, like, we in America, we do bail these people out. Our capitalist system does not.
That's not capitalism. That's cronyism.
It definitely, yeah. People say that, but
no, but it's true.
No, but we do bail these people out.
Right. I'm just saying that that's not capitalism. That's actually closer to corporatism, which is the government being in control of the economy, essentially. I mean, who's bailing them out? Are they bailing them out? The government is bailing them out.
Yeah, definitely the government. And for example, we don't get these similar bailouts for regular people. Like, for example, Joe Biden was, promoting just $2,000. We're fighting for scraps. I want to understand, like, where does that come from? Like, why are we so, willing to give?
Well, the United States does spend literally trillions of dollars on social welfare programs. The notion the United States has no social safety net at all